Hey guys, I'm not doing a webcam for this one because I had an accident in IRL. So probably for a few days I'm not gonna do a webcam at least. I have to focus on getting better. So I apologize beforehand, but I do want to make this video for you guys. So hopefully you guys can um be sympathetic for this because it's not gonna be my best performance for this kind of showcase or review, and I do apologize beforehand. So, anyways, yeah, let's get right into the video before it gets even weirder. Right, so we have 6 ships in the two Love Root banner. Let's go ahead and talk about them. Are they worth pulling for? Are they great? Let's find out. So the first one is going to be Lala, Satalin, Deviluke. She is a heavy cruiser voiced by Haruka Tomatsu. Is that the same actress as, or the voice actress as the basic one, or the anime one? I'm not exactly sure. Someone that's really into the anime, please let me know if these voice actresses are the same as the same ones as the anime. That'd be great. Anyways, though, the stats at 120, we have the health is 5,237, firepower 258. Anti-air is going to be 246, 186 on the reload, 71 evasion, medium armor, 28 speed, 151 on the hit accuracy, and 89 on the luck. Now, in terms of heavy cruisers, I think this is about average as it gets. Like, if it's below 5,000 HP, I would have been like, yeah, that's kind of skeptical. But I think at about 5,200 HP is like okay for heavy cruisers these days. Obviously, having more is very nice because it gives them more survivability. But having 5,200 is like, for a collab ship, that's actually not too bad. So, overall stats is looking pretty solid in my eyes. Since she doesn't have a torpedo stat, she's going to be focused primarily on guns, especially in her auxiliary slot. So her damage output wouldn't be like super what's the word here? Volatile because torpedoes could miss. It's going to be very, very uh consistent with her DPS output because of the guns. Now, her gear efficiency is 125 on the heavy cruiser, 55 on the destroyer gun, and 110 on the anti-air. So we're looking about average right here. Nothing too crazy on the efficiency side. And for the skills, we got Go Go Vacuum Kun. Now this skill here gives the ship 15% evasion, and every 4 times the ship fires her main guns, summons a Go Go Vacuum. Now this thing looks weird. Looks like a little stick in gameplay. I've been farming with my 2 Love Root ships, as you guys can see right here. So I've seen it a few times. It's like a add-on there, just like extra perks. And what it does is it draws enemies nearby to the little pole thingy, and enemies that are near it have their firepower torpedo set anti-air decreased by 5 seconds, or by 5% for 8 seconds. So I think this is like not a super crazy debuff, honestly. Like, offense debuff is nice, obviously, for bossing, but when it comes to mob content, decreasing enemy stats is kind of like whatever, unless it's like evasion or damage increase taken. Anything that can make it so you do more damage is good, but when you decrease enemy offensive stats, it doesn't really benefit that much compared to stats will make it do more damage. Now, anti-air is a defensive stat. The lower the anti-air of an enemy, the less or the more damage they take. But there's no like gun damage or torpedo damage or anything. So it's mainly just plain damage that they take more of if they were to stand next to this little vacuum. So it's not a terrible skill, but it could definitely have been way better if they were focusing more on making enemies take more damage. Now, the second skill is Almighty Fighting Inventorator. Increase the ship's firepower and accuracy by 10%. Every 20 seconds after the battle starts, fires a level 10 special barrage and decrease the enemy anti-air by 3% and accuracy by 15% for 8 seconds on for all on-field enemies at the time of activation. So it's a screen-wide effect. I mean, they could reword that better to be easier, but 3% anti-air and 15% accuracy is really good for sustainability. 3 seconds after this effect activates, decreases ship's anti-air by 1% for 1 second. That's just a meme, I think. I think it's because this character is like a klutz in the anime, so having that 1% anti-air decrease is literally just for memes, I think. I think the developers made this with the intention of, oopsie, like, it's that moment where, like, you see an anime character do something crazy, and they're like, oh, yes, I did something, and then, like, they trip over their, like, shoelace or something. That's literally what I think about when I see this skill or this kind of debuff to her at the end of a skill line. So, kind of a meme, I guess. And then when it's augmented, so you guys gotta get this augment to get the boosted version. Everything is the same except what changes here? Let's look. 15, 8 seconds. Hmm. All right, anti-air decreased by 5%, and there's one more thing. Okay, improved barrage and 5% anti-air instead of 3%. Alright, that's something, I guess. I can't really complain too much as it is a collab ship. But not too bad. Overall, not a bad character. I'm pretty sure she works best in a full fleet of these ships, though. Next one we have is Nana Astar Deviluke. Kame Ito. I feel like I know this voice actress. But regardless, though, stats at 120, we have 1979 health, 96 firepower, 530 torpedo, 182 on anti-air, 224 on reload, 242 on the evasion, light armor, 44 speed, 218 hit accuracy, 68 luck, 209 on the ASW. So her health is about, it's okay these days for a DD, about 2,000 or so, so definitely not like the worst thing ever. It's hitting like 3,000 like you see in some of the past year DDs that got like crazy HP boosts. So it could have been better, but it's definitely like not the lowest I've seen. So there's that. Efficiency, we have 120 on DD gun, 140 on torpedoes. She's really torpedo focused. You can see the high stat here. And 115 on the anti-air. So torpedoes, just like what you see on the picture right here. All right. And the skills we have is Alien Animal Friend. So the first skill here increases the ship's torpedo and accuracy by 15%. Every 10 times this ship fires her main guns, summons an alien animal friend and fires a level 10 special barrage. Enemies hit by this barrage takes 10% more torpedo damage from this ship. So you want a fast DD gun, obviously. You want to proc these torpedoes as much as possible. So basically, you want to build her as you would probably build ships like Shimokaze, Kazagumo, anything that can really benefit from just using more torpedoes. All right. And the augmented version, what you get here is, let's see, enemies take 10% more. I read that already. Improved barrage. Okay, so improved barrage. Is that basically it, though? Improved barrage. Yeah, it's just improved barrage. Okay, so just that. And overpowering will. When this ship is attacked, 10% chance to increase this ship's evasion by 8% for 5 seconds. And there's an 8-second cooldown. Once per battle, when the ship's HP falls below 30% as a result of damage taken, 20% of the ship's max HP is restored and increase their evasion by 15% until the end of the battle. Okay, that's pretty nice, honestly, but I hate ships that, like, I mean, it's like a safety net. I feel like every ship that's a DD these days have this because the devs are aware of their really low health pool, so they give them like an extra, like, what, 300, 400 HP, just to be like, hey, we know you're squishy, so here's some extra HP, without putting it in their stat, which is weird, but I mean, it works. So not a terrible ship. Again, you probably want to run this in a full 2 love roof fleet though. Next ship we have is Momo Belia Deviluke. Stats at 120, 4297 health, 171 on the firepower, 361 on the torpedo, 367 on the anti-air, 192 on the reload, 96 evasion, light armor, 32 speed, 164 hit accuracy, 78 luck, 147 on the ASW. So for light cruisers, this is about average as it can get. Even the health is average, so pretty straight average for a light cruiser, I'd say. In the efficiency, we have 135 light cruiser gun, 150 on torpedo, and 100 on anti-air. So average right there. And for the skills, we have alien plant friend, increase the ship's firepower by 15%. Every 8 times the ship fires from main guns, fires a level 10 barrage. When the battle starts, every 20 seconds summons an alien plant friend. The alien plant friend persists on the field for 15 seconds and attacks enemies using its own equipment. Its stats change based on Momo's stats and the skills level. So, and again, this fleet probably has like a bunch of summons. That's actually really good, but probably terrible for like, I guess, bad phones or whatever. But if you guys have like 220 gigabytes for Azur Lane, you guys probably have better phones, so it's not that big of a deal. The augmented version, you get probably improved barrage or something, right? Let me see here. Improved barrage, yep. And then you get a free HP sustain, and I think that's it. Yeah. So you get improved barrage and a heal, which is cool, I guess. So that's no, not a heal. You get an extra barrage. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought heals. You just get extra barrage right there. All right, just more damage. Just improved barrages. And then the last skill here decreases ship's damage taken by 10%. If the ship is in the frontmost position of your vanguard, increase this ship's anti-air and evasion by 10%. No, I'm not going to put it there. If not the frontmost ship, increase reload accuracy by 10%. Yes, you want to put her in the back probably. You want to have Lala be the frontline tank because she's heavy cruiser. When the battle starts, every 10 seconds, picks one random ally without the planned execution status. I have no idea how that works. I think another ship probably has it. And increase their evasion by 5% for 8 seconds. Then gives the ally planned execution status after. Every 20 seconds for 10 seconds, increase your fleet's damage by 5%. That's good. And grants Momo and all allies with the planned execution status the following buffs. If the recipient is in your vanguard, restores 2% of their max HP and increase their firepower and torpedo by 5%. Nice. If the recipient is in your main fleet, restores 2% of the max HP and increase firepower and aviation by 5%. Alright, so I gotta see how that buff works, but I'm not gonna say no to free buffs. That's really, really good. Very good ship in a T-Love Rook setup. Now, with the vanguards out of the way, we can talk about the backline ships. So we'll be talking about Golden Darkness, or Darkness for short, or Yami, however you guys want to call her. Voiced by Misato Fukuian. I don't know if that's a voice actress. It might be. I'm not sure. Anyways, though, stats at 120, 81, 15 health, 427 firepower, 288 anti-air, 155 on reload, 33 evasion, heavy armor, 26 speed, 64 hit accuracy, 75 on the luck. So average as it can get. I'm not going to say no to that. No complaints from me. That is as average as it can get. And efficiency gear, 135 on BB gun, 200 on CL gun, and 100 on anti-air. Average as well too. Now for the skills. Armaments swap. Increases the ship's main gun efficiency by 10%. When this ship fires her main gun, selects one random enemy and activates one of the following effects based on their armor typing. If it's a light armor, fires a level 10 high explosive shell barrage. And if it's a medium or heavy armor, fires a level 10 armor piercing shell barrage. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I like that. That's a really good way to teach people how to play the game. This skill right here. A lot of new players aren't familiar with how armor typing works. Like you're supposed to use high explosive on light armor, and use like armor piercing for medium and heavy armor most of the time. So if you look at like the shells and you see like red, it's gonna be high explosive. If you see blue, it's gonna be armor piercing. This way is gonna teach players to use specific ammo type for specific boss fights or content or whatever. That's actually a really good skill. Not because it's good, but because it's a good way to teach new players how to play the game properly for combat. And if you have the augmented version, you get a decrease of speed by 20% for 6 seconds on the light armor target. And if it's a medium or heavy armor target, you get a special armor break. Increased firepower scaling damage taken by 5% for 6 seconds. Really, really good. Now, I love Taiyaki. This skill here increases ship's firepower and accuracy by 15%. 30 seconds after the battle starts and the first time each battle, when this ship's HP falls below 50%, activates the following effects. Restores 8% HP, and increase evasion and anti-air by 15% until the end of the battle. Free sustain, I'm not going to say no to that. Very good. Alright, so the 5th ship we have here is going to be Haruna Sairenji. Now, usually I don't cover elite ships, but because you want to run a full fleet of these girls together most of the time, ever since they made, I think, Atelier Ryza, you kind of just want to cover up all of these. So, Battle Cruiser, Sayuri Yahagi, and the stats 120 is 66.8 on the HP, 342 on the firepower, 303 on the anti-air, 153 on the reload, 35 evasion, medium armor, 30 on the speed, 69, very nice by the way, on the hit accuracy, 79 luck. Now, battle cruisers I'm not a fan of in general because they have lower stats compared to battleship while also performing like just jank most of the time. Most battle cruisers to this very day have been just for farming purposes and haven't been using them for bossing, so I'm not a big fan of them when it comes to bossing. But collab ships are supposed to be fun, so we'll give her a shot regardless. Now the gear efficiency, 135 on BB gun, 150 on DD gun, and 70 on the anti-air. Now for her skills. When the Love Concealed. When the battle starts, marks the ally, excluding this ship, with the lowest current HP and restores 5% of her max HP. The recipient of this effect has her damage taken decreased by 8% until the end of the battle, once per battle. That's really good if you get to a Vanguard, especially like Lala, because this makes it so she gets more durable while having low HP. If her HP falls below 20% as a result of damage taken, restores 10% of the recipient's max HP. When a recipient of this skill receives healing from any source other than this skill, removes the mark. Now, if you get the augmented version, what changes here is once per battle. Once per battle, when a recipient of this receiving restores. Oh, increase the recipient's. Oh, so it's an increased damage. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so 5% more damage. I'm not gonna say no to that. That's really nice. And for the last skill here, Be Still My Heart. When the ship fires her main guns, 70% chance to fire a level 10 special barrage once per battle when this ship's HP falls below 80%, which is very, very high by the way, as a result of damage taken, or when an enemy gains 80 units of this ship So like 8 Akashi lengths. The ship gains the following buffs until the end of the battle. Decrease the loading time of this ship's main guns by 20%. That's really good. Decrease her main gun's damage dealt by 10%. That's very good. And increase her activation chance improvement by 30%. Very, very good. So if you keep her health below 80%, this buff makes her really good. And when this ship fires her main guns, throws an emergency fire extinguisher that inflicts armor break on enemy. Okay, dude. Oh, the memes in this collab ships are hilarious. By the way, I love it. Now, the last ship is gonna be Yui Kotegawa. It's gonna be a aircraft carrier at 120, 67, 41 health, 404 aviation, 315 anti-air, 116 reload, 53 on the evasion, medium armor, 31 speed, 101 on the hit accuracy, and 88 luck. So for an elite, that's as average as it can get. So she doesn't have crazy health pool. Her aviation is on the lower side, or not. I think it's pretty high, honestly. It's about 400, so that's actually really good. So I'll allow it. And as for her gear efficiencies, 120 on the fighters, 2 slots, 125 on dive bombers, 3 slots, and 135 on torpedo bombers, 3 slots. So not bad at all. Not bad. And then for skills, Scandalous, every 20 seconds, 70% chance to fire a special barrage. And if the ruler shells from this barrage hits the same enemy 3 times, inflicts arm break to the enemy and increase their aircraft damage taken by 5% until the end of the battle. So that's for bossing, essentially. When the handcuffed shells from this barrage hits an enemy, decrease their speed by 15% for 3 seconds. So that's just extra utility. And if we have the augmented version, what you get here is when the skill has when this skill has inflicted armor break 3 times or more, this ship increases aviation by 10%. Alright, free stat boost. Not going to complain with that. I like it. And overbearing outside, soft the inside. Increases ship's anti-air by 10% and decreases your Vanguard's damage taken by 5%. Alright, that's a lot of damage decrease to Vanguards. That's actually like a very durable. Like Momo, or not Momo, I think it was Lala. Lala is gonna be like super durable with all these ships like boosting her damage reduction. It's gonna be insane. When any other ship in your fleet is attacked, 30% chance to launch a level 10 special airstrike. So just free damage. So overall, you want to have all these ships. Now, are they a big priority? We have a UR event coming out at the end of the year. So if you guys are low on cubes, maybe skip on this one. It's up to you guys. Remember that collab ships do come back sometimes, but it takes a very, very long time. All right. So I'm not gonna like rank any of these like super individually. I don't think any of them are like super game breaking to have like as an individual ship. I think you want to play all these ships together in one fleet for fun, just like a Telluriza. But Telluriza had like really some good solo ships as well too, like Ryza and Claudia Valence. My bad. So like those are good solo ships, but these don't have that many good solo ships. You want to play these in a group, so they're kind of like whatever solo, but they're probably very fun to play in a group, which I'll be doing a showcase later this week or whatever. All right, so if you guys are low on cubes, don't pull for these. If you guys don't want to, try your best though, because why not? But for collection, these are collab ships. They may not come back ever, so keep that in mind. All right, so overall, these ships are as average as they can get. Probably has a very fun kit, which I'll try out this week. But in terms of meta performances, don't expect anything super crazy from these guys. All right. So that's my quick rundown. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.